In the dark underbelly of the city, where illegal alien fights were the only entertainment left for the desperate and the cruel, Malik walked through the smoky corridors of the arena. The crowd's roar was deafening, but Malik's mind was elsewhere. He was not here for the fights tonight. He was here for something unusual, a gift, or so they called it. The organizers handed him a small cage. Inside, huddled and weak, was an alien girl. Her skin was pale, almost translucent, and her large eyes were closed tightly. She looked broken, injured, tired, and afraid. The crowd laughed, calling her a useless prize, a broken toy for Malik to waste his money on. But Malik felt something different. When he looked at her, he saw not a broken creature, but a silent plea for help. There was something in her eyes, even though they were closed, that whispered stories of pain and hope. For the first time, Malik did not want to watch her fight. He wanted to heal her. Back in his small apartment, Malik opened the cage carefully. The alien girl didn't move. She was cold and fragile, like glass ready to shatter. Malik wrapped her in a soft blanket and sat beside her. He tried to speak, but no words came from her lips. It was as if she did not trust humans, or maybe she was too weak to respond. Days passed. Malik watched over her, feeding her simple nutrients through a small tube. Slowly, she began to open her eyes. They were unlike any Malik had seen, large, and shining with colors that shifted like the sky at sunset. Those eyes held secrets, deep and mysterious. One night, Malik woke up to a strange sound. The alien girl was staring at him, her eyes glowing faintly in the dark. Suddenly, her hand reached out and touched his. A wave of warmth passed through him, like electricity but softer, almost like a heartbeat. Malik gasped. Was this real? Was she trying to communicate? He realized she was not just broken. She was hiding something powerful inside her. Something that could change everything. The next day, Malik went to his friend Zara, a scientist who worked secretly on alien biology. He showed her the alien girl. Zara's eyes widened. This species, it was thought to be extinct. They say she is the last of her kind, Zara whispered. Malik felt a chill. If the others found out who she was, they would take her away, or worse. That night, Malik's apartment was broken into. He barely managed to hide the alien girl before armed men stormed inside. They were looking for her, and for Malik. Running through the dark streets, Malik held the alien girl close. He knew now that saving her was not just kindness. It was a dangerous choice that would change his life forever. As he looked back, he saw shadows closing in, but Malik did not stop. He whispered to the alien girl, "I will keep you safe, no matter what." And so began their journey, a journey of hope, danger, and secrets that could destroy worlds. Malik and the alien girl, whom he quietly named Lyra, found a small safe place to hide in the old city ruins. The moonlight filtered through broken walls, and the air was thick with silence, the kind that makes every small sound feel loud. Malik watched Lyra carefully. She was still weak, but her eyes were now open, wide and full of colors that seemed to move like waves. Sometimes when she looked at Malik, he felt as if she was trying to say something without words. But how? One afternoon, Malik decided to search. For answers, he went to Zara's secret lab again. Zara was busy studying strange alien artifacts, but Malik's urgency made her listen. "I think Lyra's eyes hide something," Malik said. "I feel like she is more than just broken." Zara looked closely at the scans she had taken from Lyra's eyes. Her face grew serious. "These eyes," Zara said slowly, "belong to a rare alien species called the Varelians. They were believed to be extinct for centuries. The Varelians have a unique power. Their eyes can store and share memories. Not just pictures or sounds, but feelings and knowledge." Malik's heart pounded. If Lyra was the last Varelian, then she was very important, and very dangerous in the wrong hands. "Why did someone give her to you?" Zara asked quietly. Entertainment, Malik replied bitterly. Like she was a broken toy. Zara shook her head. No one should treat her like that. If the wrong people find out, they will hunt her. Malik didn't need to hear more. He promised Zara he would protect Lyra, no matter the cost. Back in the ruins, Malik noticed something strange. Whenever Lyra closed her eyes and touched Malik's hand, he saw flashes in his mind, memories not his own. He saw stars, battles, strange planets, and faces he did not know. It was like Lyra's eyes were trying to share her story with him. One night, the danger came closer. Malik heard footsteps near their hiding place. Shadows moved between the broken walls. He pulled Lyra close. "We have to move," he whispered Dot as they ran through the dark streets. Malik realized he was not just protecting a broken alien girl. He was carrying the key to a secret that powerful enemies wanted to control. Lyra's eyes glowed faintly in the night, and Malik knew that her secret was bigger than he had ever imagined. But could he keep her safe? And what would happen if the memories inside her eyes were unlocked? Malik and Lyra found shelter in an abandoned warehouse on the edge of the city. The place was cold and empty, but at least it was safe for now. Malik sat beside Lyra, who was still weak but slowly growing stronger. He looked at her carefully. This fragile alien girl who had become his responsibility. Days passed, and Malik felt a strange connection growing between them. Lyra no longer hid from him. Sometimes she would reach out and touch his hand, and he could feel warmth spreading through his body. Those moments were quiet, but full of meaning. Malik knew healing Lyra would not be easy. She had injuries no human doctor had ever seen. He decided to take a risk, to use some experimental medicine Zara had given him. The medicine was dangerous and untested on aliens, but Malik didn't have another choice. "Trust me," he told Lyra softly. He carefully gave her the medicine. At first, nothing happened. Then Lyra's breathing grew steady, and color returned to her pale skin. She opened her eyes and looked at Malik with a faint smile. But their peace was short-lived. One evening, as Malik rested, the warehouse door crashed open. Armed men stormed inside, their faces hidden behind masks. Malik grabbed Lyra's hand and pulled her into the shadows. "Stay quiet," he whispered. The men searched the warehouse quickly, their voices cold and harsh. Malik's heart pounded. If they found Lyra, it would mean the end for both of them. Suddenly, one man's flashlight beam swept across Lyra's hiding spot. Malik held his breath, prepared to fight. But then, something unexpected happened. Lyra's eyes glowed softly, and a strange energy pulsed from her body. The men staggered back, confused and scared. Malik realized Lyra had powers she did not fully understand yet. As the men fled, Malik helped Lyra to her feet. "We can't stay here," he said urgently. "They'll come back." Lyra nodded, her eyes still glowing faintly. Malik felt a new hope. Maybe together they could face whatever dangers were coming. But Malik also knew this was only the beginning. Protecting Lyra would require more than courage. It would mean risking everything, his life, his freedom, and maybe even his soul. As they disappeared into the night, Malik whispered, "I won't let anything happen to you, no matter what." Malik and Lyra had been on the run for days, moving through the city's dark alleys and abandoned buildings. They trusted no one. Every sound made Malik's heart race. Footsteps behind them, whispered voices in the night. The danger was closer than ever. One evening, Malik met Zara in a secret underground cafe. He needed her help to understand Lyra's powers better. Zara handed him a small device. "This will scan Lyra's energy," Zara explained. "It might tell us what she's really capable of." Malik nodded, but his mind was uneasy. Something didn't feel right. As Malik left the cafe, he saw a familiar face, his old friend, Jamil. Jamil smiled warmly and said, "I heard about the alien girl. I want to help." Malik wanted to trust him, but a cold feeling gripped his chest. Could Jamil really be trusted? Back at their hideout, Malik showed Jamil the device and Lyra. Jamil seemed fascinated but said nothing. Days passed and Malik noticed strange things. Their supplies disappeared. Strange messages arrived warning Malik to give up Lyra. Then one night, Malik overheard Jamil talking on a hidden communicator. "He has the girl," Jamil whispered. "Prepare to capture her." Malik's heart shattered. Jamil had betrayed him. Before Malik could warn Lyra, their hideout was attacked. Armed men surrounded the building. Malik grabbed Lyra's hand, ready to fight. But then, Jamil stepped forward. Gun in hand. "Give her to us, Malik," he said coldly. "It's over." Malik looked at his old friend, the man he had trusted, now his enemy. "No," Malik said firmly. "I will never let you take her." A fierce fight broke out. Malik and Jamil struggled, but Malik's heart was heavy with betrayal. Lyra stood behind Malik, her eyes glowing brighter than ever. Suddenly, Lyra released a wave of energy. The attackers stumbled, holding their ears and faces as if in pain. Malik used the moment to escape with Lyra. They ran into the night, leaving behind the broken friendship and the danger that chased them. Safe for now. Malik looked at Lyra. "We can't trust anyone," he said. "Not even those closest to us." Lyra nodded, her eyes full of sadness and strength. Their journey had grown darker, but Malik knew one thing. No matter how many enemies came from the shadows, he would protect Lyra, even if it meant fighting alone. After narrowly escaping the attack, Malik and Lyra found refuge in an old, forgotten underground tunnel beneath the city. The air was damp and cold, but it was the safest place they could find for now. Lyra sat quietly, her large, colorful eyes reflecting the dim light. Malik noticed something new. Her eyes seemed to glow softly, like tiny stars flickering in the dark. He reached out and gently touched her hand. A warm pulse ran through him stronger than before. "Lyra," Malik said. "Softly, what's happening to you?" Lyra looked at him, her eyes filled with a strange light. Suddenly, she raised her hand, and the small wound on Malik's arm, the one he got during their fight, started to glow. To Malik's shock, the wound began to heal right before his eyes. He blinked, unsure if it was real. You healed." "Me?" Lyra nodded, but she looked tired. Malik could tell that using her power took a lot from her. Over the next few days, Malik helped Lyra practice. She learned to focus her energy, controlling the healing glow in her eyes and hands. Malik's small injuries healed quickly, and even small plants around them began to grow faster. But there was a dark side. One night, as Lyra rested, Malik saw her suddenly shiver. Her glowing eyes flickered wildly, and she whispered in a language Malik didn't understand. "I'm scared," she said quietly. "This power, it is strong, but it hurts me inside." Malik held her hand firmly. "We will find a way. You're not alone." But the danger was not far away. The enemies who wanted Lyra's power were closing in. Malik knew they had little time. If Lyra's power fully awakened, it could either save them or destroy them. Then, one evening, Malik heard strange noises outside their tunnel. Shadows moved in the darkness, and heavy footsteps approached. Malik stood protectively in front of Lyra. Her eyes glowed brighter, and a soft light surrounded them. The attackers broke through the entrance. Malik fought bravely, but there were too many. Suddenly, Lyra stepped forward. She raised her hands, and a brilliant wave of light burst from her, pushing the enemies back. Malik watched in awe. Lyra's healing power was now a strong defense. But Malik also saw the cost. Lyra looked exhausted, her strength draining fast. After the attackers fled, Malik helped Lyra sit down. "You saved us," he said, voice full of respect. Lyra smiled weakly. "I am not just broken, I am more." Malik looked at her with new hope. Their journey was far from over, but together they could face the unknown. The city was silent, but Malik knew it was the calm before the storm. He and Lyra had prepared as best as they could. Lyra's powers had grown stronger, but so had the enemies hunting them. This was the moment they had been running toward. The final fight. Malik checked their small weapons and looked at Lyra. She was tired but determined. Her glowing eyes showed no fear, only fierce strength. "We have to stop them tonight," Malik said. "If they capture you, no one will be safe." Lyra nodded. "I will fight with you." They moved through the dark streets toward the enemy stronghold, a heavily guarded facility where many aliens were kept for experiments. Malik's heart pounded with fear and hope. As they approached the gates, alarms blared. Lights flashed. Red. The enemies knew they were coming. "Get ready," Malik whispered. The fight began. Malik fired at the guards, while Lyra used her healing powers in a new way. Bright beams of light shot from her eyes, not just healing but also stunning their enemies. The guards were strong, but Malik and Lyra worked together. Malik's quick thinking and Lyra's power made them a perfect team. Inside the facility, they found cages filled with frightened aliens. Some were badly hurt, others too weak to move. Malik's eyes filled with tears. "We have to free them." Lyra nodded and used her healing power to calm the aliens and help them stand. But their victory was short-lived. Suddenly, the enemy leader appeared, a tall, cruel man with cybernetic implants. He laughed coldly. "You think you can stop me? She is mine." Malik stepped forward, ready to fight. Lyra's eyes glowed brighter than ever. The leader attacked with deadly weapons, but Lyra's power formed a protective shield around Malik. She felt her energy draining but pushed harder. The battle was fierce and long. Malik fought with everything he had, but the leader was strong. Just when it seemed they might lose, Lyra focused all her power into one final blast of light. The leader screamed and fell to the ground, defeated. The facility's alarm stopped. The guards surrendered. Malik helped Lyra to her feet. "We did it," he said, smiling through his exhaustion. But as they left the facility, Malik looked at Lyra's tired face. "This power," he said softly, "it's changing you." Lyra smiled faintly. "Maybe, but it saved us all." Together, they walked into the night, knowing their fight was over, for now. The sun rose slowly over the city, painting the sky with soft orange and pink. Malik and Lyra stood on a quiet hill, looking down at the place where so much had happened. The air was fresh, but their hearts were heavy. Lyra was no longer the broken alien girl everyone had mocked. She was strong, powerful, but also different. Her eyes still glowed softly, a reminder of the power she carried and the price she had paid. Malik looked at her and smiled sadly. "We did it, Lyra. You're free now." Lyra nodded, but her eyes showed something else, uncertainty. "I have to go back," she said quietly. Malik's heart sank. "Go back? Where?" "To my people. If any are left, my power belongs to them." Malik understood. Lyra's journey was not finished. She needed to find her past, her home, even if it meant leaving him behind. "But what about us?" Malik asked. Lyra looked at him with tears shining in her eyes. "You saved me. You gave me hope. I will never forget you." Malik took her hand. "I don't want to lose you." Lyra smiled softly. "Maybe this is not goodbye. Maybe it is a new beginning." Before Malik could say more, a bright light surrounded Lyra. Her eyes shone like stars as she lifted into the air. "Goodbye, Malik," she whispered. And then she was gone, leaving Malik alone with the memories of their journey. Days passed. Malik felt empty but hopeful. He kept fighting to protect what they had started. The city was changing, slowly becoming safer for all aliens and humans. One night, Malik looked up at the stars, searching for a sign. Then, far away in the sky, a single bright light blinked, like a star saying hello. Malik smiled. Maybe Lyra was watching. Maybe she was coming back. Their story was over, but the adventure was just beginning.